It's time for Rabbi Minkowicz's Weekly Torah Lesson, a place where life's most difficult questions are answered. Here with his spiritual perspective and insight, Rabbi Minkowicz.
Welcome to this week's Torah lesson. This week's Torah portion is Parshat VAYEITZEI. The question of the week is, why do we have to have challenges? So in this week's Torah portion, Parshat VAYEITZEI, we learn that God instructs Jacob, to leave Be'er-Sheva, place where his father was, place where he was able to study Torah, place where he's able to be in a spiritual island and oasis. And God says to him, Vayelech Charana, go out to Haran. Go out to a place which was called Haran, but more importantly, Haran comes from the word of wrath, the wrath of the world, the challenges of the world. And the question is, if God wants us to study Torah, be good people, do mitzvot, why is he exposing us to negative influences of the world? So here you see God's purpose for man. God's purpose for man was not to live in a bubble, but to be exposed to the world and use your qualities, your highest and best qualities, your intellect and your emotions for God alone. In other words, your life should be one, you should be connected to God through studying Torah, doing mitzvot, prayer, and that should be your life and your passion. But on the other hand, God says, no, you have to deal with the world. But how should you deal with the world? As it says in Psalms by King David, Yegia kapecha kisoichal ashrecha v'tovlach. By the sweat of your brows shall you eat. In other words, when it comes to dealing with the world, eating, commerce, the only thing that should be occupied is your physical self. But your mind and your heart and your passion should be dedicated to God. So in other words, why does God give us challenges? To give us the opportunity to study, pray, do mitzvot, but nevertheless deal with the world and still remain loyal and focused to God. And by doing so, it will bring out greater potential from within us that we can be extremely focused on our true mission. So the answer to the question, why do we have challenges? It's God giving us an opportunity to really develop ourselves and be focused on God, deal with the world, not ignore the world, but remain loyal and focused and passionate to God and God alone. This week's Torah lesson is dedicated to the memory of Baruch ben Aryeh Leib. May his soul be elevated by the Torah that we're studying in his memory. Thanks so much for joining us for our weekly Torah lesson. Please join us for live classes at Chabad. Wednesday from 12:30 to 2 we have the JLI course. Thursday from 11 to 12 we have the Parsha class given by Chana. Thursday evening from 7 to 8:30 we have the JLI course. Shabbat morning we have a Kabbalah class at 9 o'clock followed by davening and a Farbrengen. Shavua Tov and have a great week.